Joe, thank you for your time. It's a pleasure to chat. How's the season go for you so far?
No, it's going good. I think we've started how we would have liked to. We're putting some performances together. Still not the finished piece, but yeah, so far so good.
As a former prop myself, I don't know if I should be congratulating you or a bit concerned that you've crossed the whitewash 4 times. What's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone must be looking out for me because it's a few more than I'm used to. That's for sure.
You're not putting your hand up to be moved slightly further out, are you?
Nah, I enjoy it in the middle. So yeah.
Fair enough. Stick to what's working. I think this is the first time you've been put up for press since you signed your 3-year contract extension as well. So just a word on that. I'm guessing an easy decision for you.
Yeah, very easy decision. I'm enjoying my time here. I can see where the club's going, and definitely want to be a part of that. Want to be a part of winning silverware, and yeah, it was easy for me.
There's been a fair few of you in this Rovers squad that have signed quite long deals as well over the last few weeks. Kalepi and Jez and Mini. What does that do to the environment in the changing room, having so many of those big figures signed for quite long-term deals?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to, I guess, play with those caliber of blokes for that period of time and be all at the club together in such an exciting period. It's a testament to the club to keep players like that, and it's exciting, that's for sure.
Congratulations on your engagement as well. I'm guessing you're quite settled down in East Yorkshire then.
Yeah, thank you. Settled down. So now it's all on to wedding plans and all that sort of stuff. So I guess that's keeping my mind busy off the field as well, which definitely helps.
Now, I spoke to you towards the start of last season. I think it was at the end of February. So you'd only been at the club a couple of months. We talked about you building up your relationship with Jesse Sue in the front row, and that's blossomed into quite a healthy relationship. And he's been having some of his best games in a Rovers shirt recently. What have you made of his performances so far this season?
Yeah, Jess he's a tough bloke. He doesn't take a backward step. He's definitely someone who I look up to as a front row partner. He just gets on with it, and yeah, he's probably one of the toughest blokes I've played with.
And I know, speaking to Willie about him last season, one of the reasons he wanted to bring him over was because he was that example of how to look after your body and be a professional. How much have you learned off him in that regard? Yeah,
he's made of granite, and he's got about at least an 8-pack. So he's definitely a professional, and he's definitely looked after his body well, and he's still firing on all cylinders at how old is. I think he's 37, is he?
I'm not going to risk it.
No, he's a bit younger than that, but he's going well.
It's only right that we talk about one of your other front row partners as well, Jared. What impact has he had in the dressing room this season?
Yeah, I think just loads of experience that he brings. Definitely been someone that the whole squad has leaned on. He knows what to say in the big moments, and he leads by example, as I'm sure you've seen. He's been a massive addition to the squad this year.
Your role slightly changed this year. You've been coming off the bench quite a lot. How are you finding that?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just doing my job for the team, as long as I'm doing my job to the best of my abilities, providing that impact role off the bench and sort of lifting the tempo when I get on. That's just sort of the things that I try and focus on, although my role has changed a bit to last year.
I know Willie Peters, when he goes into a match, he has quite a clear game plan in mind of when he's going to use his interchanges and at what points you'll be coming on. Does that make it easier for you coming off the bench, knowing roughly when Willie plans to use you?
Yeah, it definitely is easier knowing that there's a plan in place rather than sort of waiting and, I guess, burning all your energy per se. It definitely keeps my role easy. I don't have to focus on too much other than when I get on being at my best.
you've had quite an intense April so far. It's been a derby, a game against Wigan, and then another derby. How are you as a playing group ensuring that you're properly rested going into this game against Leeds?
I think that's more so the staff's job. They're pretty good with the scheduling and making sure that we've got enough recovery time. But just for the playing squad, when we come in, we're in to train. We up the tempo. We're training at high intensities so that although we might have a day or two to recover, we're ready for whoever's next.
What have you made of Leeds so far this season?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game on Friday. They're coming off the back of a good win against Huddersfield. They've got threats all over the park. It's definitely a different Leeds to what we saw last year. So, expecting a tough challenge, that's for sure.
What are the biggest areas they've changed from last season?
Probably, I would say, I know that Brad Arthur's quite big on defensively, but with the addition of a few of their OBs and stuff like that, their running game and their just that off-the-cuff stuff is probably something too that they've been throwing the ball about a bit this year and I guess striking from everywhere.
I used to live in Leeds for quite a while. I went to university there, and I lived literally 2 minutes away from Headingley. It was always one of my favourite grounds to go to as a spectator. What's it like as an away player?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice ground to play at. It's always pretty full, which helps. I'm sure our end will be full, so that definitely helps as well. But yeah, it's definitely a good setup. So yeah, I enjoy playing at Headingley.
It's a great ground to visit unless you're in the away end and it's raining. Then it is hands down the worst place. Leeds have this quite fluid style of attacking. How, as a forward, how does that change what you're going to defensively?
I think it's just more so being alert and not taking any plays off. Like I said earlier, they can strike from anywhere. So I think that the moment where you sort of take a shortcut or if you have a play off, that's when they'll get you. So that's probably one of the main points that we're sort of focusing on.
I had the very slightest glimpse of a Yorkshire accent there, Jai. Is it getting to you?
Nah, no, I don't think so. Some words I think, especially when I'm talking to the dog, but yeah, I try and keep it strictly Australian.
Lovely. I'll pass you over to the rest, but cheers and good luck for this Friday, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Hiya, Jai, all right?
How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, thank you. I bet the east coast of Yorkshire isn't the same as Gold Coast in Queensland, is it?
Nah, not quite. Not quite.
I bet you like everyone in East Yorkshire's like, oh, it's really, really hot and sunny. You're like, it's still bloody freezing.
Yeah, it's been all right. I've managed to get a bit of a tan the last couple of weeks, so not too bad.
But just take you back to your days at Gold Coast or something. You'll be up against on Friday night a fella who you played alongside at Gold Coast in Callum Watkins, won't you?
Yes, I did play against Cal.
What were your memories of him at Gold Coast? It was fairly quickly when he arrived. I think it was mid-season, wasn't it? So it must have been quite difficult for him to sort of blend in and get used to the speed, everything. I mean, but the talent was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he definitely showed his caliber when he was over there. He was pretty softly spoken as he is normally. But yeah, I was only a young bloke when he came over, but he showed the same professionalism, same skill as I'm sure he does now.
Do you sort of like appreciate having seen him sort of adjust to moving from England to Australia? Obviously, you moved the other way. I mean, it's a hell of a move, isn't it? I mean, from memory, how do you remember him adapting to life in Australia from all of a sudden moving from England?
Not really, to be honest. I don't. I probably was a bit young and sort of didn't really, I guess, think about or speak to him about that move. But obviously now, me doing the opposite, I can sort of guess what he was feeling. And although the climates were probably a bit different, it is a massive move either way.
He's a hell of a player, isn't he, even now?
Yeah, he's achieved some great things in the game, and to be doing what he's doing and the career that he's had, he's a great player.
Just on the whole sort of moving across the world sort of thing, I mean, how easy or otherwise was it for you to sort of adapt to life in England all of a sudden?
Not very. It was all right. I think with footy, it definitely helps, like giving you routine and stuff like that. It's just the little cultural things that took a while to adapt to, which sometimes I still curse and kick up a bit of a stink about now.
What are the main things, if you don't mind me asking?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. Originally, it was like coffee shops and that not opening until later, and just sort of shops shutting a bit earlier on Sundays and stuff like that. But I've adapted now.
Because have you got used to all that yet?
Yeah. I know the ins and outs, so it's all good.
No, definitely. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. I'll pass you over. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
I just got to jump in for a couple. Hope you're well.
Good, mate. You?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just on your role from the bench, I think all but one of your appearances from the interchange bench. Do you enjoy that role of coming on and building on that tempo that's been started and having your own impact as well?
I do, yeah. I think this year, like, obviously, I know that my role's sort of been that bench role. Watching Jez and Jez, that's a bit of a tongue twister, set the tone in the games, I think, it definitely helps me and makes me want to lift the tempo from what they've sort of set. I just sort of focus on the actions and things that I can do to achieve that.
And just this weekend, Leeds' forwards seem to be in good form as well. Is that a battle that you'll relish, you'll enjoy? Yeah,
it's always good going up against a good pack like what Leeds have. So I think we'll have a challenge, our pack, and obviously talk about the strengths of their pack and how we want to go about the game. But it's always good when there's a good battle in the middle.
Sorry, I should have done my research before asking this, but there is obviously a couple of overseas players in that Leeds pack now. Anyone that you've come across with in Australia? Yeah, so I played with Sam Lasoni at Gold Coast, and then Keenan Palacia, I played under-20s with him in Brisbane. So looking forward to facing former teammates? Yeah, it'll be good. You ever catch up after? Might do. I have caught up with them earlier in the year, but it's always good to catch up. Yeah, great stuff. Best luck this weekend. Thank you. Thanks, mate. See you later.